Well, hey there, it's Jen, and I'm popping on live here really quickly to tell you something exciting. We are hosting our Sold Bootcamp for Zazzle sellers, and it's coming actually starting tomorrow, March 24th. And I just want to give you a little last minute heads up that this is still open for the opportunity for you to join. And I'm going to go into what the Sold Bootcamp is all about. This is now our 8th time doing this, I think, and so many people have gone through the Sold Bootcamp and have then seen extreme results, have joined our Profit by Design Academy and are making a lot of money. And the title of this video is called $20,000 in 1 month. And I want to just come out right quickly and say, I cannot make any income claims, but what I can tell you is that some of our clients who started out with us, maybe not in a version or variation of the Sold Bootcamp particularly, because this is primarily in the last couple of years, but people who have come into our community and implemented the 5 strategies, which we're going to cover a couple of those in the Sold Bootcamp. They are now making consistent $10,000 to $20,000 a month. And sometimes they are getting even above and beyond that during the special months, like, for example, holidays and Christmas. And so those people started out from scratch, from zero, and they were actually even struggling on the Zazzle platform, trying to do it on their own. And once they finally implemented the 5 strategies, that's where they started to see results. Now, not everybody is making $20,000 a month. However, we do have a handful of people who are in that range. And I just want to also say that we have helped our students who have told us their earnings, right? Not everybody wants to disclose that information to us, but whoever decided to tell us what they earned, we added up all the numbers, and we have to actually do it again in the next couple of weeks because it's been a while since we actually did a poll and asked people, but we have helped our clients sell over $165 million on the Zazzle platform worth of products, okay? So $165 million, that's a lot of money that has been made by our clients, by those sales collectively in a group. And so if you want to be part of that statistic, then the opportunity for you to join the Sold Bootcamp is right now. We are starting tomorrow, and we are going all week long, and we're going to be covering some of the 5 strategies and telling you exactly how to figure out your niche, understand how to post products that are intentional for sale, and also understand promotion, okay? And so I'm going to just share my screen for 1 second while we dive into what the Sold Bootcamp is actually all about. Okay. And so we start tomorrow, and it starts at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this is completing the first 3 crucial steps to sell on Zazzle. Okay. And I don't need to read everything out to you, but maybe you are new on the Zazzle platform. Maybe you don't even really know what Zazzle is, and you're just watching this video and you might be convinced, hey, I'm excited and interested in learning more. And so you can go to the link that's in the description of this video here, and you will come to this page, and that you can read all of these things in more detail on your own time. But in the Sold Bootcamp, we'll be covering the 3 crucial steps that you will need to complete the Sold Bootcamp to get you into the proper foundation of everything. Okay, so we will personally guide you to complete the first 3 crucial steps in the bootcamp. There's a little testimonial video that you can watch here from one of our lovely students. Her name is Anne Richmond, and you can read here some screenshots of some things that people have said about the bootcamp. Okay. So thank you. Just a phenomenal experience. Looking forward to growing with everyone in 2026. This was, without a doubt, other than the PDA, the best training that you guys have ever done. Hi, Jen and Elka. Super excited and wanted to share you with my first sale on Zazzle. Someone purchased my business return address labels, which I'd created during the Sold Bootcamp. Thank you so much. Okay, so people have actually created products within this bootcamp with us, and then that they have received sales from that. Okay, and part of the Sold Bootcamp is that we were going to be with you for 4 live training sessions and 1 bonus masterclass. So we're starting on Tuesday, and then I'll go and look at the schedule in a minute and show you exactly what days and times. But we're for 4 trainings and 1 masterclass, and then you also get access to a bonus little mini mindset course. And so you get a log in for that. Everything that we're doing here in the Sold Bootcamp is going to be on Facebook. Okay, so be invited to join a private Facebook group. However, this little mindset mini course, you get access to that on our course members hub. So that's separate. Okay. You're going to be part of a community that's supported by myself and Elka and our team, and engage with fellow Zazzle store owners and stay accountable and so much more. And then you're going to receive feedback while you do the implementation days. This is what's so important. This is where the transformation comes from, because each day after the training, you'll be prompted to do something for homework that evening. And then the next day or throughout the time that we're together, you will be receiving personalized feedback on each one thing that you've submitted for your homework. Okay, so the 4 training sessions, each day there's a homework aspect to it, and then you're going to post that homework in the Facebook group, and we're going to get a personalized review from myself or Elka or our team. Okay, and then the opportunity for you to join as a VIP member is here, so you can dive deeper into each training session with us or any other burning questions that you might have, and also receive more personalized feedback from myself and Elka. We will be getting together for 5 sessions after each time that we are in a training session. Okay, so when we start, first day, second day, third day, and then you also get an extra one at the end of the bonus masterclass. So you're with us for 5 different sessions where it's 30 minutes, and you get to ask us any questions, and we will be giving you personalized feedback on certain things relating to the homework. Okay. So by the end of the Soul Bootcamp, you will feel and you will have gained clarity, feel confident, and know what to do next. Okay. And this is a starter little mini bootcamp course type thing where you could be just beginning out on the Zazzle platform, or if you are sort of in the midst of wanting to learn more or implement more, but you're stuck and you're actually not earning very much money, this is for you. Okay. This will clarify so many things to help you feel like you're on track, and you will have then a plan moving forward. And then we will be inviting you into our Profit by Design Academy, which actually dives more into everything. Okay. So the schedule of events is from March 24th to the 31st. And so that's tomorrow, depending on when you're watching this. If you're on live with me, or if you're watching this as a recording later, you can still join throughout the week. I would recommend, though, if you do miss a day, that you join the VIP, because then you get access to the replays. If you are not a VIP member, then unfortunately you don't get access to the replays. So upgrading to that VIP will allow you to watch the videos on your own time if you're not able to join live. Okay. So first of all, we have access to the Facebook group, which is March 23rd to the 31st. If you're already in the Sold Bootcamp, you already have access to that, and you've been accepted into the group and been welcomed by our team in the group. Then March 24th, which is tomorrow, we are doing our welcome introduction to the bootcamp, and also get to know you and your why for doing Zazzle. There's a little training session in there for figuring out why you're here and what you're doing. March 26th is our first phase of training, or first step of training. It's called Kickstart Your POD Business, where you're going to decide on your niche and define your ideal customer. Okay. And then, so for example, that day, what you will be doing is getting training on understanding what that it means. And then you will be prompted to do homework to actually figure out a niche and define your ideal customer. And then Elka and I and our team will go into the Facebook group, critique your homework, give you feedback, and say, hey, maybe you should think about this, or dive deeper into who their character is. Like, we are going to give you personalized feedback on each day of the homework. The next step is step 2, which is maximize your potential to sell. And you're going to be learning how to properly create a product to maximize your sales. And also, what do you need to do to make an intentional product on Zazzle? Okay. Third step here is amplify your customer reach for easy promotion and advanced promotion. And then our bonus masterclass is on the 31st, which is how to boost your Zazzle sales in 1 month. Okay. And that's really exciting. Most people just even sign up for the Sold Bootcamp just to get access to the masterclass. Okay. Then you obviously get these mini mindset course that it's in the course members hub. Then March 24th to the 31st is implementation days in the Facebook group, which means that you're going to be active and doing homework. You're going to be interacting with the people in the group, introducing yourself, and receiving feedback. Okay. And then if you upgrade to the VIP, then you get access to us for 30 minutes after each training session. And this is on March 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, and the 30th. Okay. Each session, and we should actually put the time here, but each session starts at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time Obviously, the VIP experience is after the training, so it should be more or less about an hour and a bit after the actual training session starts, because we meet right afterwards, depending obviously on if we go overtime or whatnot. But we will obviously keep you updated, and you will get access to the calendar of events. Once you sign up, you get an email with all of these calendar links where you can actually add the calendar to your own calendar. So everything's all sorted for you, and you have access to the Zoom links. So you don't have to worry about where you're supposed to go or where you're supposed to be at a certain time. Okay. All right. So we will review your homework. By the end of this whole bootcamp, you will have chosen your niche to sell in, created an intentional product, and we will actually edit and critique your product that you create, posted your product for sale, labeled your product with the best search terms to get views, and promoted your product. And then you'll receive reviews on your homework, which includes your niche choice, intentional design, keywords and SEO, title and tag suggestions, and also your Pinterest account. Okay. So that is about it. So let's just dive into some of the frequently asked questions. Sold is for you if you desire to create a power selling Zazzle store and get properly started, or if you are a Zazzle store owner and want to sell more. Okay. What if you're completely new to Zazzle? Not a problem. You're in the right place and have an advantage to learning our 3-step framework because you're starting from scratch. Okay. What if I have a Zazzle store but don't sell much? Well, you're in the right place as well, because something in your foundation obviously needs to be fixed, and you will be guided through our 3-step framework to help you figure out what's going on in your Zazzle business. Okay, what if I don't have a Facebook account? Well, we recommend that you don't join the Sold Bootcamp. Most of the work is done in the Facebook group. Obviously, you can join the training sessions if you'd like, but unfortunately, the homework aspect of it and the review process of everything is done on the Facebook platform. Okay, do I need a design experience or expensive software? Not at all. You just need your laptop or tablet and access to the internet. How much should I expect to dedicate each day in terms of times? About 60 minutes for the 5 days of the training, then a minimum of 30 to 60 minutes for your homework to be completed, okay? Depending on how fast you work and when you want your homework to be submitted. If you can't attend live, the only option to access the replays and receive feedback from myself and Elka is to upgrade to the VIP experience, okay? So definitely recommend upgrading. Plus, you get those extra sessions with us. And the Sold Bootcamp is not for you if you think Zazzle is a get-rich-quick scheme or you expect a big payout for little or no work. Okay, I have to let you know that, because some people think that after watching videos on YouTube of people just posting a really cool design on Etsy and then looking up the statistics on Everbee or whatnot, then they say, okay, well, just basically copy and do the same sort of design and you'll be guaranteed that amount of money, which is not true. Okay. All right. So it is starting tomorrow, and it is at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for each day. Obviously, the VIP sessions are held after the training session, and then you'll be prompted to join the Facebook group, and that's where you're going to be posting all your homework after the training sessions, okay? So I'm really, really excited. This is our 8th time doing this. Everybody who is in the Sold Bootcamp comes out with more clarity, understanding of what needs to be done, and feeling confident that they're on the right track, okay? This is for you if you feel like you need that reassurance and that switch or that transformation. The boot camp is something so, like, for me, it's so much fun and it's exciting because I get to interact with you. And I have seen people I have had people comment to me or email me who I've worked with in the past in this whole boot camp and also in other trainings. But I have been told that I have like the Midas touch when it comes to design. I right away recognize what looks funny or off, or why this design would not potentially work. And so I give you my raw feedback to help really hone in on how you can make the best intentional design possible, so that you feel confident that you are spending your time and not wasting it, but spending it wisely by creating these products on the Zazzle platform. Okay. Elka and I have sold over $15 million worth of Zazzle products just between the two of us. I still consistently sell to this day products that I made years ago, right? It is a passive form of income, and I'm not even on the Zazzle platform very often anymore, but I still make money on my store. And the reason why I'm not on Zazzle very often is because I have other Zazzle stores that I don't publicly speak about. And I also keep them active. But I've been a coach since 2017. And my fulfillment and like my joy in life is actually helping other designers get better, right? And actually see something of success from their Zazzle store. Because the worst thing is that, for me anyway, is seeing people who are struggling and they're putting so much time and effort into creating this Zazzle store for themselves, and they're not seeing any results. Okay. And I've been there. I started out on the Zazzle platform in 2008. Think about that. That's almost 20 years ago. Okay. And so I'm an OG, right? They opened the platform in 2005, but it does not, like, it wasn't really even out there, until about 2007, 2008. And that's when I signed up with Elka. And her and I struggled in our first year. And the reason why we now teach all of these things is not because we decided to just make a course just for fun. It's because we know that there's a demand out there for people who need help, who cannot understand it on their own. Because Elka and I didn't even make $100 in our first year, and she quit her corporate job. And she got eyeballs from a lot of family members saying, "What are you doing? This is crazy." Okay. And so she was determined to prove everybody wrong. And that's where all of these like training sessions have kind of stemmed from, because these are real facts from ourselves and our own experience on the Zazzle platform. The reason why we go through all of these things in the Sold Bootcamp is because they are important. It's because we didn't implement them when we first started out. It's because we had to learn the hard way. And so this is all in this really great bundle for you in the Sold Bootcamp to get you started, to help you with your niche, your product choices, and also your promotion. There's obviously a lot more to learn after that. And that's where our training, the Profit by Design Academy, comes in, which you will be hearing about in the next couple of days. But the Sold Bootcamp for the price point of $27 is a no-brainer. Okay. And so hit the button in the description, that link, and come to the sales page and commit the next couple of days to be with me and to be with Elka and to be with our team and to be immersed in that feeling of, I think I'm feeling like more confident because I have more direction, right? Once you insert yourself into a room with people who know more than you, you are in the best room that you can possibly be. If you're in a room with somebody and people, let's call them people or whoever, if you're in a room with somebody who knows more than you, then you're learning something. If you're in a room and you're the smartest person in the room, the people who are underneath you, below you in terms of smart levels, you're not learning anything from them. And so are you in the right room right now? Have you not chosen to come into this because of a specific reason? And if you have chosen to come into the Sold Bootcamp, you've come into the right room. Okay. Elke and I, we will teach you for the next couple of days so many crucial things that you need to implement in your Zazzle store. And the reason why you might not be succeeding is because those things aren't even on your radar. Okay. So click the link in the description below. We can't wait to see you tomorrow, starting at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm super excited. I love teaching. I love talking about Zazzle. It's probably the word that I use the most during the day, every single day. If you count up how many times I say the word Zazzle and how many times I speak about Zazzle. And if you have not yet started on Zazzle, then maybe this is your calling, right? And this is for you to take the leap and say, this is something that could be a viable business. And I don't even want to call it a business right now, because I know that people aren't really in that mindset of being in a business state, but having it as an online store that has potential to be profitable is like a no-brainer, right? Especially when you can create products, from like today, let's call it that, and then make those sales years down the road. How cool would it be to be able to open up your email and see consistent sales coming in from products that you made a year ago or 2 years ago or a month ago, right? It's not an instant gratification type thing where you make a product and all of a sudden you make a lot of sales. So that's the downside of it. But the upside of it is that you can make a product today and spend an hour working on it, and you can reap the benefits from that 1 hour spent many years down the road. Okay. There's one of my products has sold over, I want to say 600,000 copies. it's a save the date. And to think about that, it's sold that many times. It's like I would never physically be able to make that money, like that many invitations or save the dates physically if I was just here in my house, like printing out invitations. Zazzle has given me the opportunity to create a product that had the potential to sell, that hundreds of thousands of times, which is wild. And so if you think about like the amount of invitations overall and products, I'm speaking particularly about invitations because I'm the invitation queen. I'm more stationary and like occasions. But, Elka made more money than I ever made on the Zazzle platform and still makes more money than I do because she took the route of doing all of the individual little knickknack products. So like keychains and stickers and cell phone cases and, car mats and things like that. And so both her and I have this really great relationship where we have two different experiences on the Zazzle platform because we have both dove into two different niches. And so we have results from both of those things. And so it doesn't matter what niche you want to get into. There's no one niche that makes more money than the other. It's just about honing in and finding that right niche and really matching up those proper products and making them intentionally. And so having you come into the Soul Bootcamp is the best thing that you could do for yourself. Give yourself a little treat, an Easter present, and come into the Soul Bootcamp because it's something that I highly recommend if you are struggling with your direction. And you might not even want to admit that you're struggling with your direction. Maybe I don't even want to put those words in your mouth, but maybe you're like, I know I'm meant for more and I'm not seeing the results that are the more results. Something's amiss. And that's where Elka and I come in and we dive in and help you understand, the reason why you're not selling or the why you're not successful is because X, Y, and Z, right? And we will give it to you straight up. We're not here to pretend or lie to you or give you false hope or information. This is us saying, Elka and I are extremely raw and we've been through the trenches. We know exactly every single situation that you've been in because we've been there and we've helped our clients get out of sticky situations too. And those clients that implemented those strategies fully, like using our main framework of the 5 strategies with the Profit by Design Academy, they are making a lot of money. Like some of them, like I mentioned, some of them are making upwards of $20,000 to $30,000 a month sometimes. Okay. And so if that number scares you, then obviously I wanted to put this in the title of the video so that you can get that shock value. But if you are just even looking for a couple extra $100 a month because you want to help pay down your debt or pay off bills, or maybe take a family vacation or save for retirement, those are all viable reasons why you should start a Zazzle store, because making a couple $100 a month extra is easier said than, like, it's easier done than actually said, if that makes sense. It was a backwards thing, and not that I can claim that you would make $100 a month right away, but it's easy to implement the strategies so that you can start to make a base for yourself. And that just grows, right? It grows with you because the more that you work on your Zazzle store and the more products that you have in your store, not that you have to have a lot of products in order to be successful, but then you have that inventory base, okay? And so it's all just about starting, and that's where the Soul Bootcamp comes in, okay? And I'm really excited to dive deep into your stores, to help you with your brand, to help you with your niche, to help you with your product creation. It's so much fun for me, and I love spending the entire 5 days with you and extra time with people who are in the VIP, because we build this relationship where Elka and I, we get to know you a lot more as a designer, and understanding how you are as a designer helps us with our training and our coaching, because then we can, change things up a little bit based on your learning style or how fast you design or what your skill sets are. And so being in this Soul Bootcamp, it's not just being on a webinar or on a masterclass or, listening to somebody on a podcast. It's like you're in it with us. You are doing the homework each single day, and every day you will get a review if you post your homework on time. And that review will really help you move forward with your clarity and confidence creating your Zazzle products. Okay. So click the link in the description. I won't keep you for too much longer here. Thank you so much for joining me and watching this little live stream here. I really recommend that you come into the Soul Bootcamp. It will definitely change your vision of where you're going with your Zazzle store. Okay. We will see you tomorrow in the Soul Bootcamp. Bye.